community news, you may visit AntonMediaGroup.com. If you have a story to share or want information about subscriptions, you may call 516-747-8282.
WHPC.
And now we return to My Hometown.
And we are back on My Hometown, and I'm your host, Rita Monte, along with NCC student Zach Turkel. And our guest today is Roma Marx, soprano, artist, and poet. So, you know what? We have a little treat for you right now. Roma, we have a treat for the listeners of My Hometown. We're going to hear one of Roma's performance, and it is Un bel dì from Madame Butterfly, Giacomo Puccini. Thank you. It's a gift to me because it's my favorite artist, my favorite composer, I should say. Tell us a little bit about the song, Un bel dì.
Un bel dì. Well, Madame Butterfly got a terrible. She was a Japanese girl, and Pinkerton was not a nice man. He thought that he could take her, it's like abuse today. He thought he could buy her with the little money in the house. He was on leave in Japan. Aside from that, it's the love and the faith that a woman has when she really feels she's loved and returns that love. And it's a very touching thing. I think that if I ever was on the operatic stage singing the farewell of Butterfly to the baby, I would die because I felt it so deeply. That's why I don't think I would have made it in opera, because you are in a box. You have to be responsible for the chorus, for the conductor, for the beat of the time. And I love to sing rubato, which means singing like Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett has a wonderful voice, but he doesn't care what's going much, but the accompaniment is doing. He sings it his way, my way, and that's the way I love to sing my songs. And I felt so deeply the Un bel dì vedremo that nothing. Well, I just thought I would embarrass everybody and die on stage.
Being a mother as well, you feel it, right?
That's what does
singing,
it.
Yes,
that's what does it. Yeah.
Yes, the music is so beautiful, so mystical.
And Roma, may I ask, when was this recording? Done?
It was done early with the Long Island People's Symphony, I believe, or the Town of Babylon Symphony. Angelo Ferdinando conducted the Long Island People's. I believe it was the Angelo Ferdinando. He was a resident of Rockville Center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you would like to hear more Roma's singing, you can go to her website.
Yeah,
right?
her website.
Right, Zach?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, her website, which is simply Roma Marx. Just Google her, look for her, and you would hear some of this beautiful, amazing
or
singing.
Maybe Roma Marx in performance.
In performance, if you want to hear the music, and also Facebook Roma Marx.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, Jim, I think we're going to go with Un bel dì from Madame Butterfly, Giacomo Puccini, and Roma Marx.
Here we go.
Cool.
And that was Roma Marx, a little correction, with Vici d'arte, right, Roma? It's Puccini's opera from
Tosca.
Tosca. Beautiful, beautiful opera. But I had seen that opera with Roma and really enjoyed it. And I must add that before I met Roma, I really thought that I knew opera, being Italian from Italy, but she has really taught me how to love opera and to really understand not only the words, but the music that goes along. And I want to thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome, darling.
So that was a great performance. You know, we got so much into Madame Butterfly. We were so deep into it that we just went off to but Vici d'arte.
Well, Vici d'arte, you know, when I was born, the doctor came into the hospital. Well, it was a sanatorium or a sanitarium. I'm not sure which it was. But he came in, he said, "What are you going to call the baby, Herma?" And my mother said, "Roma." He says, he says, that's a beautiful name. How did you get it? She said, "Well, I put R-O from Robert and M-A from Herman, put it together and got Roma." And the doctor said, "Well, do you know that backwards it spells amor?" And my mother said, my mother said, "This is, doctor, is certainly a child of love, with love, and will give love."
And it's the Eternal City, right?
And it's the Eternal City. Well,
yes.
I seem to be on an eternal gig.
Yes. What a beautiful rendition, Roma. I mean, it's just
Great.
absolutely
Well, listening to it made me a little weepy because it sounded so great on this system.
Yes, it did. So, Roma, let's go on with the questions. Tell us what happened, what important event happened in your life in 1943.
I don't know.
You met the love of your life, right? What happened to your career?
I don't quite remember the for sure the year, but it was April 17th because I wrote it in my diary.
Okay.
And he didn't talk to me very much because he was putting cement stones in front of my mother's house, and he had just come from the Second World War. He was a Marine and served in the Pacific, and I knew his family because his father was Gus Andenmatten, and anyway, to make a long story short, we started off with 7 words. "You're Gus Andenmatten's son, aren't you?" "That I am." "I knew all about you because I know your sister." "Is that so?" And then I cut it short. But I married him anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you keep on singing after your marriage, Roma? After you were married, you kept on singing?
I was singing when I met Al.
Yes.
And after I married, I thought I'd be a housewife with an apron and so forth. But the people that I had met, like Desiree Defrere, the founder of... Desiree Defrere was the stage director of the Old Metropolitan Opera, and I attended one of his master classes, and my father drove him back to where he had to go and started talking to him. And Maestro Defrere and my dad became bosom pals, and that's how I met Uncle Joseph Amons, the famous cellist, who was largely responsible for most of the concerts that I appeared in. And Maestro Defrere watched me and covered me and mentored me.
He was your guardian angel, right?
Like a guardian angel or like a second father. And one time Nino Martini tried to pick me up in the opera house because I was let into the opera house free of charge. I could watch any opera I wanted, and that was a way of training me. And anyway, Papa D called him into his office, and he says, "Nino Martini, that girl is the daughter of my best friend. He says, you keep your eyes and ears and fingers off her. Basta?
What? Basta.
Basta. Yeah.
So we have a short time left. So this is the last question that I want to ask you, Roma. What is your message to a young singer, tenor, or soprano that would like to pursue that career?
Well, all I can say is that you have to have a good memory, number one. You have to have something in your heart that tells you have to sing or you're not happy. Most people, if they sing, will be happy, whether they're on a stage or not. And I would say, good luck to you. Follow your star. If it is to be, honey, it will be. If it's not to be, don't be too disappointed. Hum and sing around the house.
That's great. That's great. So, Zach, you have information? We got to give some information.
Yeah, I do. Just need the information. Yeah, so to contact Roma, you can visit her Facebook page, Roma Marx, and you could also just Google her up, Roma Marx on Google, and it'll instantly come up. And, yeah.
Thank you so much, Roma, for this amazing, amazing interview. You are an amazing 93-year young lady, almost 94.
Almost 94.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's just pretty amazing that you're still singing, you're still out there. And also, Roma is going to be singing at nursing homes. So look her up. She will be doing some volunteer work. This is her, that's what she wants to do when she grows up.
Yes.
That's what she told me yesterday.
Darling, I have been singing at nursing homes all my life, but now I feel at the end of my life, I really do want to pay the veterans back with a talent that I have. If I can do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try very hard.
Yes, that's a great thing to give back, right, Roma?
That's right. That's right.
Where you have had. So we want to thank you today for being here. Thank you, Zach.
No
and
problem,
thank
Rita.
our amazing guest, Roma Marx, soprano, artist, and poet. We didn't even get to talk about her poetry. Next time, Roma, you're going to have to come back, and we're going to do a whole show on your poetry because she has over 380 poems that she has written. So you got to come back, Roma, okay?
I'll come back.
Okay.
God willing, honey, I will come back and I'll sing for anybody who wants to hear me.
Thank you. Roma Marx. Look her up on Facebook. She's on Facebook. Can you imagine? That's so great. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is amazing. Thank you again.
And
To the next. Want to say something quickly?
And love to the whole world. I just hope and pray that we will succeed and find somehow for people not to kill one another.
Yeah, love and music. Right,
Love and
Roma?
music.
Love and music, because music is
All right.
therapy.
Yes, all right.